Why do you think it's possible that it came from some other intelligent civilization?
Right.
So, I'm a scientist and I basically follow the evidence just like Sherlock Holmes trying to find solutions. It's a detective story, you have some anomalies, some things that don't quite match what you expected, and you're trying to find an explanation. For 47 years, NASA's Voyager 1 has been our most distant ambassador to the stars. But since March, something extraordinary has happened. The spacecraft began transmitting corrupted, seemingly random data streams that left NASA engineers completely baffled. Until now. The Majorana 1 quantum computing chip has just decoded what appears to be an artificial message hidden within Voyager 1's corrupted data. This isn't a glitch or system failure. For the first time, quantum computing has revealed what might be an intelligent message embedded in deep space telemetry. Let that sink in. A spacecraft 14.5 billion miles from Earth is suddenly sending signals containing structured information that was invisible to conventional computing systems. NASA scientists are stunned by the implications. This could potentially be the first evidence of non-human intelligence interacting with our technology at the edge of interstellar space. The discovery challenges everything we thought we knew about Voyager's journey and what might be waiting for us beyond our solar system. When NASA first detected the anomalous signals in March, they appeared as complete gibberish. Conventional analysis showed nothing but noise, random fluctuations and garbled data packets that made absolutely no sense. The engineering team initially suspected hardware degradation, which would be expected for a spacecraft launched in 1977. Here's what the raw data looked like: seemingly random sequences with no discernible pattern. Engineers tried every traditional decoding method in NASA's arsenal, but nothing worked. The signals continued growing stronger and more frequent, defying explanation. That's when JPL scientists turned to quantum computing. The Majorana 1 chip processes information fundamentally differently, analyzing millions of potential data relationships simultaneously instead of sequentially. When applied to Voyager's corrupted transmissions, something astonishing happened. This visualization shows the transformation. What appears as random noise suddenly reveals distinct geometric patterns when processed through quantum algorithms. The signal contains precise mathematical sequences that repeat with variations, hallmarks of intentional communication, not random interference. The breakthrough came when the quantum system identified a specific 127-bit sequence repeating throughout the noise. This sequence, when mapped visually, forms complex geometric patterns that couldn't possibly occur naturally. The moment scientists saw this structure emerge from the chaos, everything changed. This wasn't just a glitch, it was a message. But what's actually in this message is even more mind-blowing. The sequence contains embedded mathematical constants not used in Voyager's programming, arranged in ways that suggest deliberate encoding. Brian Cox previously theorized that quantum computing might reveal hidden patterns in astronomical data too subtle for conventional analysis, but nobody expected it would uncover something like this. The full decoding is still underway, but early results point to something that defies conventional explanation. Subscribe now for space discoveries you won't hear anywhere else. The decoded message contains something extraordinary, a precise mathematical sequence unlike anything in Voyager's programming. At its core is a series of prime numbers followed by mathematical constants arranged in a specific pattern. The sequence begins with the first 10 prime numbers, then transitions to what appears to be coordinates expressed through mathematical ratios. Most striking is the presence of geometric instructions that, when rendered visually, create a three-dimensional spiral structure with embedded symbols. These symbols follow a coherent pattern, suggesting a form of language or mathematical notation advanced beyond our current understanding. The quantum analysis revealed something even more shocking. Embedded within the message are representations of fundamental physical constants like the fine structure constant and Planck's constant, but with slight variations from our measured values. These variations aren't random, they form their own pattern, potentially conveying additional information. Here's why this can't be equipment failure. The signal contains mathematical sequences that weren't programmed into Voyager. The spacecraft simply doesn't have the computational capacity to generate these complex patterns spontaneously. The message includes mathematical relationships that would require intentional encoding. Noise and interference follow predictable patterns of randomness. This signal defies those patterns completely. Statistical analysis places the probability of this sequence occurring naturally at less than 1 in 10 to the power of 87, essentially impossible. The quantum pattern recognition methods used to identify the signal were developed from Michio Kaku's groundbreaking research on detecting intelligent patterns in cosmic background radiation. His algorithms specifically differentiate between natural phenomena and potentially engineered signals by identifying mathematical structures that don't occur in nature. The message also contains what appears to be a response to information encoded on Voyager's golden record, specifically referencing the mathematical and scientific information included on the disk, intended for extraterrestrial civilizations. But where exactly is this message coming from? The answer challenges everything we thought we knew about Voyager's journey. The signal strength and characteristics don't match what we'd expect if Voyager itself were simply malfunctioning. Something, or someone, appears to be using Voyager as a communication relay. The question is, who or what is on the other end? Scientists are now grappling with three major theories about where this message is coming from. The first theory suggests an external intelligence is intercepting and modifying Voyager's signals before they reach Earth. Supporting this idea is the fact that signal strength hasn't changed, despite the message complexity increasing dramatically. The transmission characteristics remain consistent with Voyager's hardware capabilities, suggesting something is piggybacking on the existing communication channel. The second theory proposes that these patterns were actually encoded into Voyager's systems from the beginning, a kind of dormant program designed to activate after the spacecraft reached interstellar space. The timing aligns with Voyager's crossing of the heliopause, the boundary where solar influence ends and true interstellar space begins. The third and most controversial theory suggests Voyager 1 has actually encountered something in interstellar space, potentially an advanced civilization or its technology. The gradual increase in message complexity could indicate an intelligence learning to communicate through our technology. What does NASA officially say about this discovery? Their response raises even more questions. The space agency's public statements have been unusually guarded, with significant disagreements emerging between different departments about how to interpret the data. The verification team includes specialists from both quantum computing and traditional deep space communication fields, working in parallel to cross-check each other's findings. Their complete analysis is expected within weeks, not months. If confirmed, this discovery fundamentally transforms the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. For decades, SETI focused on detecting deliberate radio broadcasts aimed at Earth. The Voyager signal suggests something far more sophisticated, intelligent entities capable of intercepting, decoding, and responding to our existing transmissions. The scientific implications extend beyond astrobiology. The message's mathematical content suggests knowledge of physical constants slightly different from our current understanding, potentially offering insights into fundamental physics. The quantum detection method itself represents a breakthrough in how we process and interpret complex signals. If the signal continues, scientists hope to learn far more. The primary questions focus on the nature of the intelligence behind it. Is it biological, technological, or something beyond our conceptual framework? Does it originate from within our galaxy or beyond? Most importantly, why has it chosen to communicate now and specifically through Voyager? Neil deGrasse Tyson has called this potential discovery the most significant moment in human scientific history, while cautioning against premature conclusions. He emphasizes that quantum computing represents a fundamentally new way of interrogating reality that might reveal patterns invisible to previous generations of scientists. If this signal is authenticated, as Tyson noted in his recent address to the National Academy of Sciences, it doesn't just change astronomy, it transforms our understanding of our place in the cosmos. The verification timeline is accelerating. Within 60 days, the International Consortium will complete their analysis of signal authenticity. Within 90 days, a complete mathematical interpretation of the message content should be finalized. The most ambitious goal is establishing a two-way communication protocol within 120 days. If the signal continues, humanity may soon engage in its first information exchange with something beyond Earth.